Oh, it is phone. I don't even know how to work my phone. But anyways, so I got some things I want to talk about. I'm a little stupid. Unfortunately, on my last two videos, I didn't have the comments turned on because I'm an idiot and I clicked yes, it's made for kids. I don't know why I would have done that. This isn't my first time posting stuff on YouTube. It was just a lapse in judgment, I guess. But I wanted to talk about some advice that I have for people when it comes to jobs that offer sign-on bonuses and like a contract with that sign-on bonus. So my main experience is healthcare, but this could be literally for any job that's going to offer you X amount of dollars for X amount of years, right? Don't take it, okay? Please, for the love of God, I'm begging you, listen to me when I tell you this. Don't take the goddamn sign-on bonus. So, my sign-on bonus was $7,000 for 2 years, okay? And I wish somebody would have told me this before I started, because I hands down would have listened. Don't do it. The reason I say this is because your happiness and your mental state is worth a lot more than whatever they're giving you. I don't care if it's 7K, 15K, 20K. You don't know what you're stepping into, right? And if there's anything I can say other than don't do it, is really read that contract. Because I tell you what, if any other job is like how healthcare is, it's always going to be a mess, right? No matter what job you're at, there's going to be people you don't like, people that don't like you, bosses that don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like that everywhere. And it's not worth any amount of money. If I wouldn't have signed my contract, I would have been gone like a year and a half ago. But unfortunately, I'm stuck. And I don't want anybody else to make the same mistake that I have. No money is worth it. I don't care if it's like your first ever job and you're really gung-ho about getting in there. Don't. Don't sign the fucking contract. Because there's always going to be something in that contract that's designed to screw you over, right? And if you watched any of my last two videos, there's going to be comments on this one, but if you watched any of my last two videos, it gives you a little bit of an idea of how things are, and it's always going to be a fucking mess. If they're offering you money just to sign on, that's a big red flag, all right? I just wanted to get that out there. Please, please listen to me. Don't do it. Because at some point within the X amount of years that you're going to be there, something's going to happen and you're going to be very unhappy, and you're going to look back to this video and you're going to be like, I should have listened to that girl. Yeah, she did have some type of brain in her head to be telling everybody this. And again, it doesn't matter what your profession is, if it's fucking serving tables, a teacher, healthcare, blue collar job. I don't really know if they do all that, but it's quite upsetting how fast things, because you could be the happiest person ever going in, and it's crazy how fast something can change just by the way everybody else acts. You can love every coworker you work with. Like I say, I always tell my coworkers, everything I say is not because of you guys. You guys make this fantastic. It's just all the other bullshit in between that. You could be the hardest worker. You could be the best worker. It doesn't matter. Because jobs don't really give a fuck about you, right? They're just happy to have a warm body in that position so that the managers don't have to do that. So, yeah, just please listen, okay? Anyways, over with my little advice. If you guys have anything you want advice on, I'm pretty good at giving advice. I'm just not good at following advice, right? And I'm sure there's 1,000 other people out there like that. But just to hear somebody else's opinion on something you may be struggling with. Just put it down in the comments. I swear to God, they're going to be on this time. I don't know how I could be so stupid. So anyway, how are things going in my life right now? It's been about a week since the last video. And a lot has been going on. I swear to God, I'm not trying to sound like the most depressed person on the planet, but that's just the cards that I'm being dealt right now. I'm sure everybody gets it. There's always going to be times in your life where things aren't going as smooth as you want them to go. But we just got to get out of the hump that we're in, right? So currently, next week is the week that I'm going to be all by myself with a guy that is working in the Hearts, goes on vacation, and I've come to terms with the fact that it's not going to go well. I finally came to terms with that. So for the past week, I've been praying to whatever deity is listening to me that they just don't put any cases on because they see how incompetent I am. I'm going to doubt it, but because that's just the way my job works, but there should always be a little bit of hope in life, right? So that's my hope for right now, is that they're just gonna not put any cases on, and I'm gonna glide through this weekend in a couple days like any other week. Another thing that's been going on is, obviously, my fiance left me, broke it off with me. So I've moved back in with my mother, and anybody who has to move back in with their parents knows that it fucking sucks. So there's that. But it hasn't been too bad because I work so much. I haven't really had to spend too much time at home. But with that comes a whole bunch of other bullshit. So I have to find a place to live now. My brother is special needs. So I'm trying to get guardianship over him. So I've had to reach out to lawyers. Nobody's, of course, reached back to me yet. If anybody knows any easier way to get guardianship over somebody who's disabled, please let me know, because this fucking email tag is just the most annoying thing. I hate our government and the way things work, but you know, that's just how it goes. What else do I have to? I have to figure out how to get him. I have to get him on either state insurance or my insurance, but I can't put him on my insurance until I'm a guardian of him. So I'm looking into getting him state insurance. But again, I'm not his guardian, so I don't know how much I can actually do. And yeah, it's just been a bit of a stressful month so far. Hopefully once I get past next week, things are going to get a little bit better. I mean, things have gotten a tiny bit better since my last videos. What the fuck are we waiting for? Go. But then again, once you knock one thing down, 7 other things pop up, and you just gotta find a way to maneuver yourself around everything. So, yeah. And then something happened on Friday at work. So everybody who knows me knows I'm pretty stoic. You know, I don't let things bother me, and if things are bothering me, I don't really show that it is. But Friday at work, I did snap a little bit. I usually don't raise my voice. I've yelled way too much in my younger years, which we'll talk about my younger years eventually, not right now, but I did a whole bunch of shit when I was younger. Now that I'm older, I don't really yell. I don't really even talk that much, right? I'm yelling right now because I'm in the car and I want everybody to be able to hear me over the car, but nonetheless, I don't yell. I don't let things get to me. I don't let things work me up anymore. And the problem is nobody listens to me when I talk. This has been a problem in my whole life. Nobody has ever listened to me when I've spoken. And it gets a little frustrating because I'm literally giving people the answer to their problem and they're just talking over me, or they're doing everything else and they're not listening to me. So that was what was going on. People were just not listening, opening a whole bunch of shit that I didn't need. So I had to yell. I yelled for everybody to stop, and then I quickly apologized, And I felt so bad after that because I don't yell at anybody. I usually don't let anybody see me get worked up. But it was just really fucking frustrating. So yeah, the stress in my life has now encroached upon the way I act. And I have had to, like, literally sit down and be like, Kaylin, you can't let all this shit get to you like this because it's not worth it. Sorry, I'm gonna bump here. So I apologize to everybody like 40 times. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Usually I don't get like that. That's not me. You know. So yeah. Nothing good has happened this week. Sorry. Nothing good has happened this week yet. We are on Monday. It's Monday right now. So I'm hoping this week gets a little better before next week, because I know next week's going to be completely shit. But I have mentally prepared myself for it. So yeah, that's my update. Thank you everybody who watched my last videos and gave me advice on what I should be doing. I'm definitely taking it into consideration. See you guys.